Hey YouTube, this is Patricia, and I'm coming to show you the altar spools that I made for a swap that I am in on a Facebook group called Craft That Divas, and I'm swapping with one of the divas. Her name is Tanisha, and the swap was to alter two spools. They can be wooden spools or spools from ribbon or lace from the store or spools that you make yourself. I decided to use the spools that I get when I go to Hobby Lobby and buy their lace and their ribbon. And I went ahead and altered those spools. I took them apart to cover them with paper. And Tanisha told me she liked shabby chic, so this is my version of shabby chic. I covered the tops with paper. I covered the bottoms with paper. And I painted the spools before I covered in paper. I lined the edge with ribbon that I had in my stash, and the bottom is ribbon lace that I received from Leanne in one of the prizes that I won out of a game that we had. And then I altered the inside of the spool, put Recollections flowers and one of my cherubs. And when I glued the spool back together, I had to cover up the glue, so I used these beads here to cover up the glue that I had on there. And I also lined the top with paper. And I put flat back pearls on the bottom to give it little feet. And the top is a butterfly from lace from Maya Rhodes. They look like appliques, but they call it lace. And I cut one of the butterflies off and put a word bead, and these little flowers right here, these rosebuds are from Secret Garden. And then I layered ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It's a flower lace that I cut one of the flowers off. And this is my little embellishment for the top. And that's my first spool. And the second spool is a bigger one. I painted the spool and layered it with paper. I used the DCWV paper. It's called here, I got it right here. The Preppy Princess Stack. And this is the paper. I thought that was shabby chic, or what I know shabby chic to be. So I covered the spool. This pretty much colors in green and pink. This is the lace that Leanne gave me, and I covered for the top. Only on half of it, I used a doily. I cut up the doily in half. It's a vintage doily. And I cut it in half and layered it, and I had it hang over. And this is the little, it goes over half of the spool. And then I have Recollection flowers, and pretty much from Michael's Dollar Spot, word bead. And I made my own little flower up here from the doilies that I have. I just got 3 of them and bunched them up together and just formed a little puffy flower. And then I made my own stick pins, and these are removable, and she could take them out to use them in a project or whatever she wants to do with. That's one. And then this is the other. Oh, this is horrible. Can't get it to focus, but that's that. Okay, and this is what I've been working on. I made embellies for her. It's called a snippet roll, but a snippet roll I watched on YouTube, but most of the time they glued it and you couldn't use it. Once it was glued down on the ribbon, you couldn't use it. So I made it to where she can remove them. I sewed them down loosely, so it's been sewed down, and if she wants to use it, she could take them off and use them for different projects. But I made another stick pin here, and she could use that. I already unhooked it. Let's see if I can do this. It's going to be hard one-handed. But this is the clip that's going to hold it shut. I already undid it because I'm working with one hand, but it unrolls, and I'm going to show you. Okay, I made a little doily flower, and it's only sewn on, so all she has to do is use the scissors and clip it off. And another flower, and some embroidery appliques, a ribbon, little ribbon. I made this a flower applique that I got off a wedding dress, and put a button on there, and I stamped some material with one of my stamps and just made like a little banner, and I sewed that to that. And then a little angel button, and it's sewed in also. So all these embellies are just sewed down, so all she has to do is take it off. So these are my extras to her. And I guess that's a spare parts flower, a little crown pendant, another one of the flowers that I made, and another applique from a wedding dress, and I stamped the cloth with family, and it has a little resin piece. I don't know what it's called, a little button for the flower center, and the little heart button that I sewed on. And this is so hard to do with one hand. This is a butterfly that I made. This is an applique that I got from a wedding dress. I fold one of these flowers in half. It's these flowers right here from the ribbon, and I folded it in half and pinched it together, and then put a butterfly jewelry piece that I had on top, and then a lock, and then the last flowers here. And I put flat back pearls on the bottom, and those are my extras for her, and I'll just wrap it back up. This is hard. So that's my video, and hopefully I didn't use the wrong word. Alright, thank you for watching, and leave a comment, okay? Thanks, bye.